हाय फ्रेंड्स, आज हम देखेंगे बेसिक एमसीक्यूज ऑन इंट्रोडक्शन टू कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग। तो स्टार्ट करेंगे बेसिक एमसीक्यूज। फर्स्ट, कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग इज एन इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम डेवलप्ड फॉर shareholders, government, management, bank. Cost accounting is an information system developed for management. इसका यूज मैनेजमेंट करता है, तो आंसर सी मैनेजमेंट। सेकेंड, कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग इज एन डैश सिस्टम, एक्सटर्नल, गवर्नमेंट, इंटरनल, फाइनेंशियल। कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग इज एन इंटरनल सिस्टम, ये इंटरनल यूज के लिए होता है, तो आंसर सी इंटरनल सिस्टम। थर्ड, determination of cost after they have been actually incurred is historical costing, uniform costing, standard costing, operating costing. Determination of cost after they have been actually incurred is called as historical costing. Answer A. Fourth, costing is ascertainment of cost, classification of cost, controlling cost, absorption cost. Costing is ascertainment of cost. हम क्या करते हैं इसमें? कॉस्ट फाइंड आउट करते हैं, तो आंसर ए ascertainment of cost. Fifth, standard costing determines standard cost, projected cost, estimated cost, controllable cost. Standard costing determines standard cost, तो आंसर ए standard cost. Six, the ICWAI is established in India in 1944, 1965, 1959, 2001. ICWAI is established in India in 1944. Answer A, 1944. 7. A cost unit is the cost per hour of operating a machine, a cost per unit of electricity consumed, a unit of product or service in relation to which costs are ascertained, a measure of work output in a standard hours. A cost unit is a unit of product or service in relation to which costs are ascertained. Answer C. Eight, costs that can be easily traced to a specific department are called direct cost, indirect cost, overheads, processing cost. Costs that can be easily traced to a specific department are called direct cost. Answer A. 9. The three major elements of product cost are all except direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, indirect labor. Three major elements of product cost are direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses. So answer D, indirect labor. 10. Indirect cost can be traced to a cost object, cannot be traced to a particular cost object, are not important, are always variable cost. Indirect cost cannot be traced to a particular cost object. To answer B. 11. Indirect costs are known as variable cost, fixed cost, overheads, none of the above. Indirect costs are known as overheads. To answer C, overheads. 12. A functional classification of cost would classify depreciation on office equipment as a product cost, administrative expense, selling expense, variable cost. A functional classification of cost would classify depreciation on ऑफिस इक्विपमेंट. तो ये ऑफिस इक्विपमेंट का डेप्रिसिएशन जो होता है वो हम एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्सपेंस बोलते हैं उसको. तो आंसर बी, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्सपेंस. Thirteen, direct material is a manufacturing cost, administration cost, selling and distribution cost, any of the above. Direct material is a manufacturing cost. Answer A. 14. Following is the example of cost on the basis of behavior: direct cost, factory cost, fixed cost, none of these. Example of cost on the basis of behavior, इसमें हम फिक्स कॉस्ट, वेरिएबल कॉस्ट एंड सेमी वेरिएबल कॉस्ट ऐसे डिवीजन करते हैं. तो आंसर सी, फिक्स कॉस्ट. 15. Following is the example of cost on the basis of nature: material cost, direct cost, factory cost, none of these. Example of cost on the basis of nature, इसमें हम material cost, labor cost and expenses cost ऐसे डिवीजन करते हैं. तो आंसर A, material cost. 16. Following is the example of cost on the basis of functions: factory cost, material cost, direct cost, none of these. Example of cost on the basis of functions, functions के बेस पे हम factory cost, administration cost and selling cost ऐसे डिवीजन करते हैं. तो आंसर A, factory cost. 17. Following is the example of cost on the basis of elements: overhead cost, material cost, labor cost, all material, labor and overheads. Example of cost on the basis of elements, इसमें हम material cost, labor cost and overhead cost ऐसे डिवीजन करते हैं. तो आंसर D, all material cost, labor cost and overhead cost. 18. Following is the example of cost on the basis of functions: overhead cost, labor cost, material cost, none of these. Example of cost on the basis of functions, functions में हम factory cost, administration cost and selling cost ऐसे डिवीजन करते हैं. तो आंसर none of these, D. 19. A direct cost includes labor, expenses, raw material, all of these. डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट में लेबर भी होता है, एक्सपेंसेस भी होता है एंड रॉ मटेरियल्स भी होता है. तो आंसर डी, ऑल ऑफ दीज. 20. The dash cost is time spent studying and that money to spend on something else. Commission, opportunity, salary, none of these. तो इसका आंसर होगा अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट. द अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट इज टाइम स्पेंट स्टडिंग एंड दैट मनी टू स्पेंड ऑन समथिंग एल्स. तो आंसर बी, अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट. थैंक यू. शेयर करो, सब्सक्राइब करो, लाइक करो.